everybody? It's a Boring People. It's a Boring People internal episode today. It's a great day. I'm a little tired today, hence the coffee. And we're shooting this at like
6:40.
Basically 7 o'clock at night. So it's been a fun little day for me today.
However, we do have a second angle here. Let us know what you guys think about that. Let us know if that's something we should continue doing.
It's definitely going to be a little interesting. You guys are going to get a whole new perspective of the room, much wider. And let me know how it looks, guys. So it should be color graded a little bit differently than what you guys are seeing up here. But with that being said, I think we should start diving into some of the topics we have. I do have a few pretty decent ones written down today.
Okay, what's up?
So I want to start off with this because this is absolutely absurd. So, I'm trying to do my research before the podcast, right?
Yeah.
And I literally just type in news, right? Guess what comes across the internet page, bro?
What?
I look and I see 200-foot broadcasting tower was stolen. A 200-foot broadcasting tower stolen. And
Wait.
Yeah.
Where?
In
Where was
Alabama.
This?
So this is in Alabama. I don't know exactly what town or city. But basically, the landscapers go and they're going to landscape the property. And so they call the owner because the 200-foot tall tower is missing. How does someone steal a 200-foot tower?
And get away with it.
That's beyond me. So apparently, the broadcasting building was also vandalized and all of the equipment in there stolen. So not only did they just take all the equipment, which were that's like a normal thing, but they took a 200-foot tower. What do you do with a 200-foot tower?
Where did they put it?
That's my question.
Bro.
And the worst part of it all, the people, that small broadcasting company, no insurance on any of it.
Yeah, they're cooked.
They're so cooked.
They're
so cooked.
They're fucking.
That's been being fully serious, Ben. That's probably one of my new favorite words. Cooked.
Cooked.
Bro,
Facts.
I'm cooked.
You're
I'm
cooked.
cooked.
You're cooked, buddy.
I'm cooked, bro. Today, I'm gonna share this with you guys. I was talking to Ben off camera, and I'm taking a few onlines, more onlines than I've ever taken at once for my dual enrollment classes. I go log in. I realized that all my homework was due last night, and I didn't do any of it. I'm cooked. My grade's an F in the class, and I have to go try to find a way to drop it. I'm literally cooked right now.
Yeah, you're cooked.
I'm so cooked right now.
You're cooked.
And it's completely my fault. It's not like I can blame anybody else. It's just
this dude didn't do a whole module.
I didn't realize that it was due.
Because it was all due at once?
Yeah, because it was all due
I have
at
something
once.
similar. I have my college algebra class, and we have our homework and stuff, right? We have homework and quizzes, but it's not okay, we do we'll cover this in class and you do homework on it. It's all of the homework, all of the quizzes are on the day of the exam. That's when they're due. So I've just been doing because I neglected it at first, of course. I'm like, oh, I'll get it done later.
Yeah.
I procrastinated. Now I'm doing 4 homework assignments a day. All of them are 25 questions. I'm getting cooked a little bit.
That's cool.
I'm a little toasty.
That's
what I'm saying?
so bad, dude. Why do people do this? Why do teachers do this? The worst part of this all, and the real reason why I'm mad about this class in particular, is because it's a financial accounting class, which I'd actually want to learn.
Right.
The biggest issue is, first off, it's online. I never wanted to take it online, but I had to because it wasn't at Collier. The second thing is, it's all through this platform named Wiley. If you've ever been on this Wiley platform, it is dog. It is so bad.
Really?
I log in, and I'm like, you know what? I messed up. I'm going to start on a new foot, and I'm going to try to learn these chapters moving forward. I'm going to learn. I click in, and I'm just met with, code, bro. That, it literally looks...
Nah,
bro, it's so bad. I could write a better textbook and make it look way nicer and way more comprehensible.
That's crazy.
So, I'm just trying, I don't even know, bro. If I fail it, at this point, I could care.
What it is.
I could care less.
Did you take how many online classes are you in this semester?
I'm
Just
in
one?
4 or 5.
4. Do any of them use Proctorio?
Yeah, all.
Dude, it's I hate it.
It's so bad.
I hate it.
It's so bad.
It's spyware.
It's
Proctorio.
They can.
You see this? You.
They
all right.
They can actually control your computer from that.
That's wild.
So like, if they wanted to, they can go in, and they can start controlling your mouse. I mean, you have to allow permission, but they can do it.
That's crazy.
It's insane.
That's crazy.
It's absolutely absurd.
All right, Kyle. This one's gonna make you laugh a little bit. Okay. According to @andwokeness on Twitter.
Okay.
John Hopkins just sent out. Now this is a little bit older, but still, John Hopkins just sent out this hit list of people automatically guilty of quote privilege, whether they know it or not. Are you ready for the list?
Okay.
First on the list, males.
Okay.
Next one, whites. Next one, Christians. Next one, middle-aged people. Able-bodied people.
Okay, that makes sense though.
Middle and owning class and English-speaking people. This message was emailed directly to the employees of the DEI office. And
what company sent this out?
This was John Hopkins.
Like the university.
Like John Hopkins. And I can't really show it. It's really small, but this is the lady who formulated the original email.
It's like this little Indian woman.
Yeah.
I think she looks Indian, is she? She looks
No,
of
she's
color.
African American.
She's of color.
But
it's hard to see from the
I just don't really understand why being I don't know.
Let's talk about each individual point.
Okay,
Here.
first
I
one.
think this is important.
First one, males.
All right. I think not every gender. I think both genders have a very equal and balanced pros and cons to them, right?
Now, feminists, don't come after me. But I think the whole idea of either gender being completely independent is wrong.
I agree.
We're biologically made to where we rely on each other. Men rely on women and women rely on men. And, we're all trying to be independent, but that's not how we're supposed to be.
We're supposed to work together. That's humans as a whole.
Right. We're supposed to coexist.
I don't know. Look, I'm personally a feminist. I'm going to put this on record. I am personally a feminist. I love my mother, and my mother raised me with tremendous respect for women, and women should be able to go get jobs. They should be able to go vote.
Absolutely.
They should be able to own land. These are very things that make sense in my mind. Yes. My personal belief in my personal relationship, I'd want my woman to take care of my kids and stay at home. That is my personal opinion.
Yep.
That's what I want. That's not me saying that all women should do that. That's not me saying if you want to go get a job, you can't do that. You're more than happy. You're a free person. I'm not going to hold you back from anything.
Exactly.
That's just something that I preferably want.
Right.
But on that same token, I don't think that the idea of quote-unquote woman independence, and I'm not saying this as in women can't make their own decisions. I'm saying this as in, I don't need a man. I think that is a harmful mindset. I think that when you're putting down men and putting yourself up, or to rephrase that, to push men down to lift yourself up, right? So climbing on the back of men to go up. I think that's a very harmful message, just because of the fact that, one, you're putting other people down, and two, you're putting yourself up in a way that you're thinking that you're above everybody else.
Right, it's a false ego thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I got you.
I just don't like that.
All right, Kyle, next on the list, white people.
All right, look.
Do you believe in white privilege, Kyle? As a white man?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. I do think there's certain privileges that we have as white people that other cultures and races don't have.
Like?
I think, very genuinely, I think that when a black person or a Hispanic person gets pulled over by a cop, I think they are genuinely more fearful. I do, I'm very, I do believe that. And
honestly, me too.
I think that's okay. If I get pulled over by a cop, I'm really not scared.
Yeah.
One, because my dad was a cop, so, I just don't have a fear of him.
Right.
And the second thing is, I know how to talk to them.
Exactly.
Right?
I know how to talk, yeah.
I think anyone would be okay if they know how to talk okay, but I think it's just, mentally. Right. I think there's no, generic, not privilege. I think it's just about mindset.
Yeah.
And so I do think that, if there were a robbery to happen, there probably would be some sort of bias towards it being someone of color.
Right.
I do think that, you know, more of us go to college, more white people go to college, and I'm saying us because I'm white.
Right.
But I just do think that is a thing. But that is also because we have more numbers. Like there are just more white people.
Right.
And that is just what it is. Do I believe that it is such a significant amount that it stunts growth? I think that's ridiculous.
Right.
And I think that if you're of color, and I think that if you're black, and you think of if you think of white privilege as like something that's stopping you, or like you won't marry like I saw this on Joe Budden's podcast. Some guy was arguing with him about like how he won't marry a white woman because if he dies and she got his money, then it would end up going back to the people that put him down. But I just don't think that's right, because I didn't like that woman didn't have any slaves.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
I didn't have any slaves. And so like for you to say that, like, oh, first off, I'm of an immigration family of very, very multicultural background.
Right.
Not just white, not just European. Like, I'm South American, Chinese. Like, I have a very extensive background. So no one in my family really owned slaves. Like, that is just not something that happened.
Yeah.
And so for you to say that where my family is at in status is a reason of cultural, what's the word that they use?
Appropriation?
No, not appropriation. Where you get helped because of the people in the past, whatever the that is. It's for you to say that I'm where I am because of that. You know, my family had slaves, or we put black people down, or
like
whatever
privilege?
else.
Is that what
yeah, kind of, sort of, but generational wealth. That's what it's called. I'm not of generational wealth. My mom's family grew up dirt poor.
Right.
My dad's parents were blue collar as all can be. Like, I'm just not from money.
Yeah.
Like that's just what it is.
Right.
So like for you to say that like it is that way, it's just not fair. That's not right. I think that anyone can go out and earn. For goodness sakes, the president of the United States, arguably the most powerful position in job in the entire world, was held by a black man. And for you to say that you can't do that is absolutely absurd. And I think anybody can do it. What do you think?
I agree, Kyle. And personally, I don't mean this in any harmful way, but I think that the whole argument of still bringing up slavery against today's white people is weak. Actually, today I was in my humanities class, and he was basically explaining to us that throughout all of the existence of humans, since humans, there has been slavery. Since humans have existed, there has been slavery. Whether it's from medieval times, serfs and peasants, those were slaves. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's white people enslaving other white people. And really, the reason why, Europe during that time, they didn't use African slaves, not because they didn't want to, but because they didn't need any. They had peasants, they had serfs, they were fine. But whenever, they came to America and it was a whole new land, they needed some people. And that's where that came from. Now, I'm not trying to dilute slavery or make it seem like it isn't what it is. Slavery is horrible. I don't think it should be done in any culture, to any race, to anybody, to 100%. Anything. But I think it's a weak argument to just bring it up, in against white people today. I think part of my belief in that is I think it's really weak to say that slavery is the reason why you're quote-unquote broke, why you're on food stamps, why you're on this and why you're on that, instead of just realizing that there's so many resources today to now go get money, to go get whatever that means is, whatever that job is, whatever is, to say that that is based off of something that happened 100 years ago, and it is horrible that it happened ever in any period of time. But to say it is based off of that is just simply a slave to believing that you belong here because of something that happened in the past, instead of being like, all right, well, my parents were broke, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to be. And that's all it takes. That's all it takes. There's so many people who are out there being successful in any race, any culture, any age, any whatever. And to say that you can't do it because of your past and what your family went through in the past is just ridiculous. Yeah, I agree.
What's the next?
Christians. Christians are privileged, Kyle. What do you think about that one?
All right. Honestly,
I don't even know what to say to that.
I don't either.
And I'm not even like necessarily a Christian. And
I don't see how that is a privilege. I happen to feel like quite literally like half of these.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm speaking of a place of ignorance, which I really don't think I am. But to say that Christians are privileged, I just ask the question why. I don't want to argue
that
it.
one stumps me.
I just want to ask why. Is it just because there's more Christians in the universe or in the world?
Yeah, in the world.
Or just like I really don't know. That one I just can't help you with.
Yeah, middle-aged people. I don't remember the last time I could change my age, and like choose what my age was.
I mean, it's a privilege that you're able to have freedoms that you don't have when you're a kid, and that you're able-bodied enough to be more able than when you were older. But
now, relatively, right? Because some people die young, but relatively, everybody becomes middle-aged.
Relatively,
so I don't see why it's a privilege if everybody, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
Next one kind of makes sense. Able-bodied people.
Yeah, I mean, but I think if you want to look at privilege, you have to look at the norm. In my opinion, right? Because there's the normal person and then there's the privileged person, right? So it's like the unprivileged, the regular, and then the privileged. And the normal person's able-bodied, so I don't see how that's the privilege.
And, you can't make a general statement without speaking about a general population.
Exactly.
Does that make sense? You can't make a general statement about a small population. That's backwards.
Unless you're making that a very specific.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Middle and owning class.
Well, it's middle for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
there you go.
If you do own like your own house in today's economy, yeah, you're definitely privileged.
Yeah.
Right now, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the numbers, the average person or average household is like $80K, and the average house is like $400. To be able to afford a house right now, you need to be making $113. It's some numbers along that ballpark.
Yeah.
And it's just like, for most Americans, it does not make sense to own a house right now. Like, you just can't by any means.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know what? If you own a house, you probably are a little bit privileged. Mm-hmm. And take that privilege and be happy you have it. Don't be ashamed you have privilege by any means necessary. Be happy that you have, that you're in a place of privilege. Exactly. That's amazing.
Exactly.
And congrats to you, because that is something you can definitely change on your own.
Yeah. All right, Kyle, last one on the list is English-speaking people.
Okay, I would agree with this.
I would as well.
Because a lot of business is done in English languages.
Yes.
A lot of other countries want to learn English. That way they can have more opportunities, more careers.
Right.
If we're just talking about America, I don't think that's a privilege. You're in America. That's our language.
I agree.
You should know it.
Right.
But if you're outer America, but you know what? At the same time, you can learn it.
And at the same time, America doesn't have a national language. Like, it doesn't actually have an official language. So technically English isn't. But it's the most widely spoken. Right.
You know what? I think that anyone can learn a language. I just, a lot of these privileges, they just don't make sense.
There's a solution to them.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that you could say I'm privileged for, but you can easily change that on your own. If you think Christians are privileged, you can become Christian.
What?
It doesn't make sense. Yo, I don't know if you saw this, but Fruit of the Loom is trying to manipulate everyone, bro.
How?
So they tweeted out a picture of all of their logos throughout time, right? Since their entire start. And basically, there was no cornucopia. And everyone was going crazy because we all remember when there was a cornucopia on Fruit of the Loom. So basically, they completely denied it. And then some girl on TikTok goes, yo, so I found one of my old Fruit of the Loom things, and it has the cornucopia. So now there's this new theory going out there saying, yo, companies are trying to use the Mandela effect to see how they can manipulate consumers. So all the Mandela effects, like Monopoly, for example. You know how they always say he had the monocle? People are just like, they actually did have that, but companies are trying to manipulate us.
Wow.
So wouldn't that be a crazy scheme to see how much they can manipulate us by just doing tiny things?
That's insane.
Dude, that's incredible
That's
that they're doing
insane.
this. It's blowing my mind.
Yeah,
Honestly,
that's unreal.
it's completely blown my mind that you're doing this. And I think it's almost scary, dude.
I think so too, because it shows how, first of all, how easily we were able to be manipulated, and second of all, how under the table it can be, and we don't even notice it.
So easily.
So
dude.
easily.
If
You
they
know what
can
I
do
mean?
that with a logo that we've all been using, millions of people have been using for years, think about what the government can do with something just so subtle. Isn't that crazy, dude?
It's crazy.
You don't think that they can manipulate us into thinking that, like, what is it, Area 51 doesn't have aliens?
Yeah.
Come on now. They definitely used to have aliens there. Like,
You think so?
oh, 100%, dude.
I disagree.
I think at some point they had alien technology there, and then once it came out as public, they just moved it.
Define alien technology. Foreign technology? Not from Earth?
Extraterrestrial, yeah.
Nah, dude.
I think it's,
I
yeah, no, I think it's
don't
totally
think so.
possible.
I don't think so.
I think it's totally possible.
I think they
Why
just
not?
have. Well, bro, I feel like if I don't know. I guess I don't really have an answer to that because we don't know. But I feel like if extraterrestrials did really make it to Earth, if an extraterrestrial being has technology high enough to get to another planet in the universe like that and land on it, and you know what I mean, they are a lot stronger than us. And I don't think we would be able. I don't think we would be the ones taking them down and putting their shit in Area 51.
Now I'm going to throw this at you.
Throw it at me.
Who said that the aliens were in the craft? What if it was a rover? Like what we send on other planets?
It could be. That
Right?
would make a lot more
Right?
sense to me.
That'd be an interesting one.
absolutely. I mean, we have, what is it, the Voyager 2? It's just going.
Yeah, it just
It's
kind of
just
it's
going.
going somewhere,
It's just
dude.
going somewhere.
I don't know
crazy.
how do you keep contact with that, dude?
Do we still have contact with that?
I don't know.
I know that like they literally just sent it out, and it just like takes pictures every like a couple years, and it's just traveling into deep space.
How do we get those pictures?
I don't know, dude.
Like,
It probably takes them a month to get to the computer.
how does it even get to the computer?
Dude,
Like that's what's crazy to me.
I don't know. Yeah.
Like that's so mind blowing to me, dude. So, we live in Naples, Florida. We're in Naples, Florida, which is right next to Fort Myers, Florida. And I don't know if you saw this on the news, but some guy tried to rob Bank of America in Fort Myers, held 2 people at knife point as hostages, claimed he had a bomb, and then got sniped by the Lee County Sheriff.
Oh! What?
He got sniped, bro. They took his ass out.
Yo, shout out Lee Sheriff's Office.
Bro, insane.
When did this happen?
This happened this week, bro. This week.
Where did you?
I
Where
saw
did
it
you hear
on the
about
news.
this?
On the news, bro.
Damn.
My dad goes, I'm going down to eat for dinner. My dad goes, yo, did you see the bank robbery? They sniped the shit out of the dude. And I'm like, what? And then he pulls up like the news, like literally the news on the TV, and they're showing it. Bro, they had little robots and everything. Lee County Sheriff's Office has little robots.
It's like Rainbow Six Siege.
Bro, it's insane.
That's crazy.
It's insane. And then they have those giant SWAT trucks. So there's a video of them trying to negotiate with him. And I don't know how they had the aim to... I don't know if it went through glass. I don't know if it went through, like, nothing. Because that'd be such a... like, bro, like, did you ever play that Sniper 3D game?
Yes.
And, like, you remember when, like, they had, like
the hostage.
Yeah, the hostage.
You had to shoot
bro.
them. Yeah, bro. Bro, imagine. Oh, my God.
Bro, that's crazy.
I didn't even know they had snipers on deck like that.
Oh, of course they do.
That's crazy.
Bro, imagine you're at knife point and a bullet just comes flying through and you just hear a guy's like skull crack. Dude, I'd lose my mind.
Bro, being a hostage must be terrifying.
Oh, bro, that's so scary.
Because like you're already here, so you know like if you're a hostage, right? And the person who's holding you hostage, they know they're already.
They don't.
So
care.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They don't care.
You are just their puppet, and it's just like, damn, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's the I'm screwed moment.
Yeah,
that is literally a moment of
though?
like,
Kyle, what are you doing if you're held hostage?
listening to whatever they want, dude. Like, I'm not trying to die.
Yeah.
If they're just like, yo, like, you got to do this. I'm like, all right, I guess I have to. I'm not dying. Like, all right, bro.
Yeah,
like there's some people. Okay, there's a different situation. So like, there's the videos of like the people who are on like Instagram Live, and like the thread is like they're gonna get the crap beaten out of them, and like they have to get like naked or do like whatever. Like you've definitely seen those on Twitter.
Yeah.
I never do that. I would hold my pride till they force it. Don't get me wrong. But if it came down to my life, if I'm at gunpoint, I'm doing whatever you want, bro.
Whatever.
Like I'm not dying. Like I don't care. I can live with shame. I just won't live if there's a bullet in my head, dude.
Yeah, bro.
That's what's important to me.
I
I just want to be alive, dude. Like that's what's important to me more than anything else. I want to be alive. Oh, bro, did you see this? Huge story, huge controversy. Tucker Carlson went to Russia and did an interview with Vladimir Putin.
I did hear this.
And apparently, and I want to put the allegedly on this. Allegedly, he's on the Ukrainian kill list. Damn. I understand that they're war enemies, and I understand why people are mad at Tucker Carlson for this, saying that, he's dealing with Russia, whatever else. But shouldn't every side of every story be told?
Yeah, I don't see the problem with it.
I don't think, from my knowledge, Vladimir Putin is a good guy. By any means. I don't think he's a good guy.
Neither do
But
I.
I do think it would be really interesting to have an interview with Vladimir Putin.
Right. And I don't think that, I don't want to call Russia our enemy, but they're definitely not our ally.
Definitely not.
I don't think that getting information from somebody who's not an ally is a bad thing at all.
Even though he could be lying straight through.
Absolutely.
I'm very interested to see what he has to say.
Yeah. And
to just completely reject that as a whole is a proof of failed journalism in America.
Yeah.
That's what if you can't, journalism is literally taking every side of every argument. So like this side and this side, right?
Yep.
But if you can't take every side, then that's just one side of journalism.
Yeah, half of it.
That's not journalism.
No, it's just someone's perspective on an issue.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
So another thing, this kind of has to do with this subject.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw this, but there is a $112 billion bill trying to go through Congress. And right now, this is one of Joe Biden's clearest talking points. Mm-hmm. And I'm using the word clear because he's not very clear when he speaks.
Not at all.
But he speaks very clearly about this, and he goes on to say that Trump and his MAGA Republican friends are not letting this border bill go through because it's one of Trump's major talking points.
I believe I actually heard this, and it made me laugh.
Look, I like to claim myself as an independent.
Okay.
That is a very,
yeah, honestly, I feel you heavy.
I don't think there should be two parties. Like, these are political beliefs of mine. I don't think there should be two parties. I think it should be no parties. It should be based off ethics and principles. I think it should be based off of, all right, this is what you think. I agree with that. I'll vote for you. If I agree with you the most on most of your topics, I just don't think parties should exist.
Yeah, exactly. The whole parties. George Washington said this: if there are political parties, it'll be the fall of America.
It's just divide.
Bro, and they even go as far as putting colors.
Exactly.
That's how divided it is: red and blue.
It makes no sense,
bro. They split it so perfectly to be able to divide us, and it's sad. It's like seriously,
it's ridiculous.
Yo, we gotta lock in. We gotta stand up together.
It should be everybody. It should America's interest versus the world's interests. That's what it should be. It should be Americans working together, like an ant colony.
Yes.
Now, with that being said, I think the border is a huge issue right now.
Yeah, I think it's honestly one of the biggest in America.
And right now, we are giving millions upon millions of dollars to illegal immigrants for health care, for credit cards, for food. They shouldn't be in our country.
No.
That's my opinion. And I'm not saying that I don't believe in immigration. I'm a huge supporter in immigration.
Yeah. America is immigrants. That's what built this country.
And I love that.
You got to just come in the right way. That's it. That's all we're asking.
There's people who I know very personally that have tried to do it the real way, to try and do it properly. And they were sent back to their country because their visa ran out or they couldn't get it again or whatever it was. And that is sad.
It's very sad.
When there's people who are literally being handed thousands of dollars every single day for just walking into America.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, Joe Biden's bill here, he said, we have the most secure border we've ever had right now. And that first off made me laugh.
Yeah, I
do want to say that. Now, the second thing that Joe Biden did in this bill is he is putting up, now mind you, I want to refresh your memory, this is a $112 billion bill. Now, how much, and this is for the border.
Right.
Now, how much money do you think is going to the border?
A fifth of that?
What that'd be, like 25?
Ish.
That'd be over 25, actually.
Yeah.
No. $20 billion of that would be going to the border. Okay, now that is a lot of money. But let's start looking into the policies. Before we get into the rest of the delegated money, let's look into the policies that are under this. This would stop specifically bordering country immigrants. This would include Canada and Mexico. So those were the only two countries. It would only allow 5,000 of them in a day. Why are we letting any of them in? That is ridiculous. That is my first point.
Yeah, only 5,000.
Lately, only 5,000. But if, let's say you're from Guatemala or you're from
El Salvador,
wherever, or if you're from Africa or you're from Europe, wherever you're from, you can come in. You're not counted in the 5,000. I'm not joking with you. I'm not joking with you.
Wow.
Now, let's start talking about the budget. Well, what else is in there? Where do you think some of this other money's going? And the reason why, this is the big reason why the Republicans don't really want this to go through.
If I had to make a guess, Israel.
Ukraine.
Oh
mainly.
my God! It's still?
Listen, $60 billion to Ukraine. $60 billion. No. Let's get this number straight. I believe off the top of my head, it is $50 billion to fix Maui when that first happened. $50 billion. And we're going $10 billion over to send to Ukraine.
You know what we could do with $60 billion? We could feed 85% of Africa, probably.
We could fix the homeless crisis in America with the amount of money we've sent over there. We talk about helping Americans. We feel bad for the homeless people. We feel bad for the veterans. But we're treating our illegal immigrants better than we treat our ex-veterans. The people who put their lives out, lost limbs, took mental damage to go protect our freedoms in this country. They don't get free healthcare. They don't get free therapy. They don't have housing. They don't get credit cards. But you know who does? The illegal immigrants. This is my issue. I care so deeply about our veterans because these are the people who fight and put their lives out for our freedoms.
Yeah.
Our freedoms.
Yeah, I mean, seriously.
And these are people of every culture, every race, every gender, every whatever, everything. But at the end of the day, they're Americans that fought for our country, and if you can't respect that, then I have a huge issue.
Yeah, you're ignorant.
Now, why are we sending $60 billion to Ukraine? For what reason? I don't know. But now, we still haven't fixed the rest of the budget. We haven't talked about the rest of it. Now, guess...
Okay, what, Kyle? What?
Now,
what?
Now, this isn't too bad in my opinion. $10+ billion to people in Israel and Ukraine for humanitarian support. This I'm not over the moon about, but I also don't have a huge issue. I don't think we should be sending the money. That's my opinion. But I do believe that if it is towards humanitarian, it's a little bit better than just sending money to be laundered. And if you don't believe that the money going to Ukraine is being laundered, you are out of your damn mind, my friend. You need to go read up. Dan Bongino has a really good book that came out about 3 to 4 years ago. And this is a Republican source. Dan Bongino is very openly Republican. But he goes, I forget what the book is called. My dad showed me it. but he talks about how the money is being laundered through Ukraine, how Ukraine has ties, and whatever else. It has something to do with money. It's one of Bongino's books. Go look it up. Go read it if you had the chance. One of the things I'm huge about on this platform is don't just listen to us. Don't just listen to Fox News. Don't just listen to CNN.
Listen to everything. Everything you have access to, listen to it.
Don't just take one source and take it as that's it. Read everything. Fill your mind with as much knowledge as you physically can. That is an extremely important thing.
So before I get into this question, I would like to define a term that I use in the question.
Okay.
And that's predestination. Do you know what that is? Predestination, for you guys who don't know.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what that is? It's the idea that whatever God you believe in, whatever higher power, that's within the universe, that it has already planned your life out for you, and you are just living it.
Okay.
It's already set. The plan's already done. What's going to happen is going to happen. There's no changing it.
That is very interesting.
My question to you, Kyle, can predestination and free will coexist?
Yes and no.
Why?
My opinion is predestination is based off the idea that you're going to end somewhere. Right?
Right.
That's the destination, right? That's what it's in the name. Predestination.
Yeah.
But you can get to A to B like this. You can get to A to B like this. You can get A to B like this. Like you can go like this. Whatever it is, you can go many different ways to A to B. All you have to do is end up at B. So I think that you have the free will of different life paths, but maybe it's not fully free will. I think you have the free will of how you can get to there, but like no matter what, you're still ending up at the same coordinates. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So wouldn't that almost be an illusion of free will? If you go anywhere but end up in the same spot, you do anything but end up in the same spot. I
ask you this.
Okay.
You can take your life on many different paths, but at the end of the day, you're dead. Right. No matter what, at the end of the day, you're 6 feet deep. But however you decide to get to death, however you decide that you want to live your life, it's completely up to you. But no matter what, you're going to end up dead. So, is that an illusion of free will? I don't think so. I think that is
I don't think so either.
I think you have the choice of, if I want to jump off this building and kill myself, I'm still ending up at death.
Right.
I just chose how to do it. But if I get hit by a truck, I mean, I don't really have a choice, but like my choice was to be in that place. I'm still ending up at death. I just think that it's like, I think you have free will, but no matter what, you're going to end up dead. I don't believe, the only predestination I think you have is death.
Okay.
And other than that, like my opinion is you have free will.
Gotcha.
What's yours?
I would agree. I think it's up to you how you live, and what choices you make. And yeah, the only thing guaranteed in life is death.
I completely
agree. Said by Kanye West and many others.
I really do think that is completely true. All right, so I have a whole little list of questions here.
Okay.
That we're both going to answer.
Okay.
But I think it'll be fun for a little segment.
Okay, cool. Let's go.
So, if you could swap lives with one fictional character for one day, who would it be?
One fictional character?
Yeah.
Batman.
Okay. I feel you. I definitely feel you.
Batman.
I definitely feel you.
I'm not even one of those people either. I don't want y'all to give me the fat false allegations. Like, I'm Batman. I'm all mysterious. Nah, but Batman's just cool.
He's just cool.
That's like peak male goal. You know what I mean? To be Batman.
Mine's Spider-Man, dude.
Spider-Man?
Bro, that's
me up, bro.
That's a dream. That's a
both
dream
of our
since
answers, I think, are W's.
Spider-Man's been my dream since a kid, dude.
Yeah.
I love Spider-Man. And if it wasn't Spider-Man, it'd be the Wolf of Wall Street. It would be the Wolf of Wall Street.
I was thinking, like, who has a lot of money? That was like what I was thinking.
I just want to be able to swing around New York City for a day.
I just want to be free and be the man.
I feel that.
You know?
I just want to be able to swing around New York City and just be like, all right, this is cool. This is vibe.
Next question.
Next question. What is the most wild dream you've ever had that you can recall?
Okay, I have one. Oh God, it's hard to remember. It's hard to explain dreams.
Yeah. But
it was scary, dude. I was like, I don't remember where I was. I don't remember how it really started. But I remember just being in like this. Okay, remember in Minecraft how you could make like a super flat world.
Yeah.
That's what the Earth was like, right?
Okay.
It was just flat.
Okay.
Like flat for miles, and the only thing were like a couple houses.
Okay.
And it was like foggy. Like my render distance was like 3. Okay. Like that. Like I couldn't see very far at all. And I'm just chilling. Okay. I remember I was like walking a dog. I've never had a dog in my life, which is kind of sad. I want a dog.
That is kind of sad.
But both my parents are allergic, so.
Oh, that's.
Yeah. So I was walking this dog, right? Big vibes. Couldn't really see much because it's foggy out. It's daytime, no clouds. It's just like overcast, foggy, NPCville, right?
Okay.
Grass, weird, like normal, you know what I mean? Like houses. Bro, everything was fine. I didn't hear a thing. I was chilling, and I turn around, and in the distance dude, it was terrifying. Like genuinely terrifying. A massive gorilla just running at me.
A gorilla.
A giant gorilla, and me, my little dog, and that gorilla are the only living things here in this world. And I was, and I started to run, but you know how you run in dreams. I wasn't going very far at all, and then it just ended.
Yeah,
that's the only one I can really remember. But dude, it was terrifying.
That's creepy.
It was terrifying, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
If animals could talk, which one would you want to be homies with?
Probably a cat, like a really cool cat.
Like a cat.
Cats are chill, bro. Cats are like homies type. You know what I mean? Like they're independent. They take care of themselves. But like they're not as upfront like a dog, where it's just like it'll play with anything. Like you gotta gain the trust of a cat. You know what I'm saying? And I like that. You know what I'm saying? If I could gain the trust of a really cool cat and just chill with a cat and talk to a cat, I would like that.
Mine's an eagle.
I was gonna say an eagle, but like I would rather be an eagle than talk to one.
I'd rather talk to one. Because I can be like, yo, what's up, homie? Like, what's the word around the neighborhood, bro? like,
I guess so.
Is there any like traffic jams or anything? Like,
so. He'd be like, all right, I'll be right back.
Yo, like, bro, like, can you go spy on this person for me? See what they're up to.
Flies away.
They just spy on them, bro. That'd be so lit.
That would be fire.
That'd be so lit.
A bird would be clutch because you could just.
And you could have so many of them.
It's a surveillance. Yeah.
You could have so many like it'd be a chain and network of homies that are eagles.
That's a whole other discussion. Are birds real?
Dude.
Let's not go there.
We can't go there today.
Okay, what's up?
What is the most weird food combo you have tried but liked?
I'm guessing you're laughing because yours is really bad. I'm trying to think. You go first. I got it.
All right. So not sixth grade. Freshman year. I'm down bad on a bulk, bro. Like, I really need a bulk. Like, I'm just thinking, like, yo, how can I get the most protein and calories possible? So I used to always make, like, egg bagels. All right, not weird. Not weird at all. I used to throw ketchup and cheese on it. Like, that is literally like an egg cheese sandwich, right? Like, that's a very common thing. But I go, you know what? I don't have ketchup today. Crap. What am I going to do? So I go to my pantry and I go, there's peanut butter. So I put the peanut butter on the toast bagel.
With egg.
What? My friends used to clown me at the time. I haven't tried it in like 2-3 years. But what I remember is that was low-key gas. That like I was able to eat on that. Because like if you think about it, that's not like a weird, like scrambled eggs and like peanut butter. Like that's not too weird of a combo.
Yeah.
To the point where like you'd be like, all right, that's weird. Like you can both have them on like a bagel,
right, and
be like, okay, that's normal. I just tried it together and it was like I had it like every day for like 6 months.
Damn.
Like I really messed with it, bro.
Damn. So me, Kyle, I'm a very picky eater.
Yeah.
So I don't really tend to experiment with my food as much.
Yeah.
But I would say the weirdest dish that I've had that I actually liked was Hawaiian pizza with ranch.
That's interesting.
Like, I didn't want to like it, but I did.
Do you like Hawaiian pizza normally?
No.
Oh, that's really
right,
interesting.
Right? It was like, what?
Like, what?
I don't know, bro. I've had it once, and I guess I enjoyed it. I wouldn't have it again, but I wasn't like, I finished my slice.
You wouldn't,
what I'm saying? Like,
I was put in front of you, you eat it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, that's my weird food combo.
Okay, I feel that. I guess I feel that. I low-key do like Hawaiian pizza though. I do like, it depends. If the pineapple's too strong, then no, it's like too much.
Right.
But if there's
like a hint of pineapple,
if there's like a good balance, it's solid.
It's solid.
It's really solid. If you could have any superpower, but it's mildly convenient, what would it be?
What do you mean by mildly convenient? Like not too crazy?
Like mildly inconvenient. Like if you were
mildly inconvenient.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like reading people's minds.
That'd be so inconvenient.
That's so inconvenient because you know what everybody's thinking. That would make you so much more insecure.
Bro, way more insecure.
But at the same time, you could manipulate them. Somebody.
You know what'd be really interesting, bro?
What?
And this was not the one I'd pick, but this is just like a really funny thought.
Yeah, what's up?
Imagine you had teleportation, but nothing that you had on you teleports with you. Just you teleports. That'd be...
I would use it in in emergencies, bro. Emergencies only. I go out in some cheap ass fit, be in a place I don't want to be, and be like, all right, I'm out. And just disappear. All my clothes would stay there. And like, I'm out.
What would be the inconvenient part of mind reading, though? That you're always reading someone.
It would be hard to like. Okay, let's say you're insecure. All of us are insecure to some extent, right? It's just human nature. Really, insecurity just comes from what you think other people are thinking. And if somebody else is thinking that, oh, dude, it's down the toilet. Like you know what I mean? Your self-esteem is gonna be low.
Oh, for sure.
But some people, a strong-minded person would be able to use it as fuel.
Okay.
In my opinion, to some extent. You know,
okay.
Everybody's insecure, you know, even if it's just the littlest amount. In my opinion, I think it's human nature.
If it were to be shape-shifting, what would be the mildly inconvenient part of it?
If it was shape-shifting, that whenever you shape-shift, it's just loud as
It's loud
like
as
loud.
like
you know what I'm saying?
Like a missile siren.
Yes, like shaking the building loud.
Dude, shape-shifting would be so freaking cool. Because
it'd be like prop hunt.
No. Like genuinely think about it.
What do you mean? Like
listen.
Okay.
All right. Someone wants to mess with you, right? Like you're in school and someone wants to mess with you. You can literally just turn into a 7-foot giant.
That is.
Right? Or let's say like you gotta hide from someone or something. You can turn into a little 2-inch person, dude.
You're right. If you need to get somewhere, if you're trying to reach for something and it's like,
nah, let me take it to a whole new level. You want to get into a stadium for free. Shapeshift into Drake.
That's an excellent idea. Just shapeshift into
someone to get yourself somewhere and to get.
Dude, if you shapeshifted into Drake, you could do a lot.
You can do anything.
Yeah,
dude.
Literally.
Justin Bieber, Taylor Swift, like bro, you can literally. This is what I'm saying. You could literally become anything, and then just be OP.
That would be OP. Yeah, bro. You could become any animal.
Anything to your imagination, bro. You can become a monster with like 10 arms and like. That's a human.
But whenever you shapeshift, it's just loud as
dumb.
Yeah.
I'd be cool with that, though.
Yeah, I'd be cool with that, too.
Because, like, imagine you just heard, like, a dumb, loud noise, and then Drake pulls up.
I'd be hella lit.
You'd be like, what?
I'd be hella lit.
What? What's Drake doing here?
Do you have another question?
I do, but it's not like that.
Okay.
All right. So, I think we all know by now, from social media, YouTube, news, whatever it is, we've all seen the Apple VR headset.
Mm-hmm.
But what's your opinion on it?
I think it's cool. I think the Quest is better.
Why?
Just based on, like, okay, first of all, the price. The Apple's is dramatically more expensive.
Yeah.
And it's a lot heavier. The battery time is significantly less. I guess the only real pro with it is that it's all through Apple. And it's very convenient. You know what I mean? You can like text people back and like you can link it through your iCloud and shit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't really like the direction that we're going in.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't really like the whole mixed reality. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think it's convenient. I think it's super cool. I think it's very impressive that we're able to do that. But I don't think that's where we should be going. I've seen clips of people driving with the Apple headset.
Yeah,
on.
see, that's crazy to me.
Like that is bad. Or I've seen like 2 people out to lunch and they're both wearing it.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. I'm on the other side of you though.
Okay.
So I do think it's really cool. I do think that the Quest 3 is really cool for what it is. I think that, and listen, my point is going to be, like, you need to listen to my full point to understand my full point. This is what I'm encouraging you guys to do.
We're listening.
So, I think the Quest 3 is really cool, but I do think the Apple VR headset is better. 1, because it's in the Apple ecosystem. 2, because it's higher quality. 3, because you can just do more with it, basically, and it's just higher quality. Now, obviously, you listed the cons of it, but here's what I do think Apple's trying to set up. Remember, business is not chess, or not checkers, it is chess.
Right.
So, what they're doing is they're releasing a ridiculously expensive VR headset that the majority of people cannot afford. So what are they going to do in a few years?
Release one that's cheaper that everybody's going to buy.
Exactly. With basically all the same features and higher quality and whatever else.
Yep.
That's what they're planning on doing, in my opinion. And this is going to be clipped in a few years, and you're going to be like, oh, damn, that kid was right.
And we're going to be mad. We're going to be low-key mad. I mean, let's fast forward like 20 years. We're going to be low-key mad that we didn't buy one and just keep it. Yeah. And then resell it 20 years later, because those are going to go for a lot of money.
It's literally going to be like the new Mac computer. Yeah. This is a new step towards reality.
This is the beginning of no more phones.
Yeah, literally.
Seriously.
It's
like,
crazy.
because it's going to start, it's going to be, you know, right now it's this giant, heavy headset. In 15 years, it'll be a pair of glasses.
Yeah. That wraps around your head, like, your eyes. Like, bro.
And you won't need a phone.
It's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Really, it's truly impressive what they're doing nowadays.
I agree. I think it's really impressive.
I do think it's really cool, but I also do think, here's my caveats to it, right?
Okay.
So I think that it should be used just at home.
Right.
Like, I think it should be a just at home thing. I think it should be okay, we can watch TV on here, I can be on Twitter, I can do whatever. I think it's going to basically dumb the brain down a ridiculous amount.
Absolutely.
Anyways, but I do think it's really harmful. People are driving with it. People are out in public with it. I do think, like, we still need proper social interaction. Yes. We are humans. Yes. And we should be living in the real world, not an electronic world.
Right.
I think that's where my issue stems from. I do overall think, like, the advancements of technology is really, really cool.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's very impressive.
I think it's awesome,
and
in fact.
Honestly, to me, I'm part of this new generation. I grew up around iPads and phones and all this technology. And to me, computers are still magic, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
really?
that box is it's crazy. It's magic to me.
It really is incredible what technology has gone to. In fact, you're watching us on an iPhone, a tablet, a laptop, a TV. Actually, a lot of you guys watch us on TV. I was looking at the analytics. A lot of you guys like watching us on TV, so shout out to you guys.
Big screen.
Got us nice in 4K.
Yes, sir. Right in the living room, huh?
So anyways, guys, we appreciate you, on that note, watching us every podcast, every clip that we post. We've done more numbers in the last month or two than we've ever done in the last 6 months of doing this podcast.
And all of it is thanks to you guys.
And I want to appreciate all of you guys. Today, I sent to our group chat, our Boring People group chat, I sent a progression video side by side of one of our first podcasts that we posted on YouTube. Because we were posting podcasts before YouTube just on audio platforms. But the difference in literally like 3 months, unreal. Completely unreal. So I really want to thank all of you guys.
Yeah. Big thanks.
We're making huge steps here. We just hit 100 subscribers, which on the surface does not sound like a lot, but if we had every single subscriber in one room, that'd be really cool.
There wouldn't be any space in here.
There would be no space in here. And to me, that's really cool, and we're really appreciative of all of you guys.
Yep.
Within the next 2 to 3 years, we will 100-fold that number. I stand on it.
Watch.
And I appreciate all of you guys for watching, viewing, listening, and enjoying.
Yep.
Have a great day, week, month, and year. Peace out, guys.